Welcome to this video on how to reshape data for one-way ANOVA in RGuroo. Let's get started. After watching this video, you should be able to reshape your data in RGuroo in order to perform a one-way ANOVA test. So let's look at this example. A teacher wants to compare the effectiveness of 3 different study methods on student performance. So they have one group using flashcards, one group using reading notes, and a third group watching videos. Each group consists of 5 students, and their test scores out of 100 are as follows. So we're going to assume the populations are normally distributed and conduct a test to determine if there is any difference among these scores. So as you can see, this data set has already sort of been structured or created for us. So the first thing we're going to do is reproduce this data set in RGuroo. So let's go ahead over to RGuroo and do that. So as you can see, I have already recreated the data set in RGuroo for us. If you're not sure how to do that, you're literally just clicking on each cell and entering the data. And then up here, there is a 3-bar menu. So if I select that, then I can go to rename and I can type in the variable. So as you can see, I called the first column A, and then column B, and then column C. So from this data set, the problem here is if I try to use this data set to do a one-way ANOVA test, RGuroo is not going to let me do that. It will not allow it because it is not organized the way that it wants it to be organized. So what we have to do is we have to come over to this left-hand accordion menu. We have to select Data, and then we have to go to Functions, and then we have to select Reshape. So the default setting is wide to long, which is what we want. Okay. So we're going to select our data set. So the one that I'm using is called ANOVA Study Example Variances. So just FYI, if you had typed in all of the data but you hadn't saved it yet, make sure you save that data set, because until you save it, you're not going to be able to find that data set in your drop-down menu. So once you recreate the data set and then save it as whatever you want to, then you should be set. Okay, so again, we want to keep this option wide to long. We're going to select all of these. You can use the shift button, or you can put one at a time over here. So I use that arrow to put them over on the selected area. Okay, and that's it. That's all I need to do. And then I'm going to hit this little eyeball here. Okay, and bam, this is what ANOVA, the one-way ANOVA test wants. It wants one column that just tells you what group the student is in, A, B, or C. Right? And it wants a second column with the test scores. Now, if you don't like these labels that it's created, then you can always change it. But you do have to, if you want to use ANOVA on this data set, you have to save it. So let's go ahead and save it. I'm going to call it Reshape ANOVA. So let's just hit Save As. Okay. So now it's been saved for us. So now I should be able to go to ANOVA. So let's just go to Analytics and go to ANOVA and select the ANOVA Reshape example, or data set rather, Reshape ANOVA. Okay, so now I should be able to select the ID as the factor and the values as the response. And now, right, now it works, and it's going to give you the F value and the P value that you need.